old men, be wary, this is not for you. If you're watching this, you've probably heard of cars like the Ford Focus RS or Golf R, high-performance hot hatches from Europe. Now, this isn't Europe, and we don't get cars like that here, which is probably a good thing anyway, because they'd be so expensive you wouldn't want one. Which is why we're so happy that Mazda makes the MazdaSpeed3, their high-performance hot hatch, with a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, limited slip differential on the front-wheel drive setup. Besides, it's got great looks, and it's reasonably priced. Now in its second generation, the MazdaSpeed3 gets an all-new look in keeping with the rest of Mazda's design. A lot of people think it's pretty controversial. We here at AutoGuide like it quite a bit. Interestingly, they decided not to touch on the 2.3-liter direct injection turbocharged engine, which may seem a bit strange, but after all, with 263 horsepower and 280 foot-pounds of torque, do you really need any more, especially in a front-wheel drive platform? Instead, Mazda engineers decided to fiddle with the rest of the car. They've gone and added a bigger set of wheels and tires with 225 tires compared to the 215s they had before. They're 18-inch wheels now. The brakes have been upgraded a bit, along with the brake control system, which they've actually designed to be a bit more sensitive so it can tell the difference between hard stopping on a racetrack and an actual emergency brake on the street, which is really helpful for anybody who will take their MazdaSpeed3 to the track, which, knowing MazdaSpeed3 owners, that's probably a lot of them. There are some under-the-hood upgrades. They include a new, more sensitive boost controller that actually allows the car to deliver torque much more evenly, so it's not so peaky. Also, Mazda installed longer second through fifth gears, which really helps give the car a bit more top end. You're not shifting so much down near the bottom. As you can probably see from all the shake in the camera, the car does have a pretty stiff suspension. You kind of expect that in a car like this, and people, younger male buyers particularly who are buying this car, really aren't going to care about that. So, old men, be wary, this is not for you. Otherwise, it's a small trade-off to make for what is really a great handling car. So the car does have wider tires, as we mentioned. It's also got a limited slip differential. Mazda thankfully lets you turn off the traction and stability control programs. And even with a lot of great things going for it, front wheel drive, it's still really hard to keep traction in this car a lot of times. Torque steer is pretty impressive, as you can see. But it does put a smile on your face. As you can see, we're inside now. It was starting to rain outside pretty heavy, and the front-wheel drive with 263 horsepower was proving maybe a bit too much fun in the rain. So what we love about this car, we love its looks. From the funky inside with lots of great details to the exterior. We've said it before, a lot of people not so sure about the looks of the new Mazda 3, but we think it's really progressive, and especially in the speed version with the hood scoop and the spoiler and everything, it really sets it off. We also love the car's engine. 263 horsepower, turbocharged, is lots of fun. And the other thing we love is the limited slip differential, which makes it all work. Finally, the greatest thing about this car is possibly its price. At $23,340, it's actually a really good bargain. And there are some other competitive cars that put out good numbers like that, but you really don't get a great package with an interior here that's, you know, almost sort of European luxury minus the leather. Now, our gripes about the new MazdaSpeed3, I have to say predominantly the biggest issue is torque steer. It really is bad on this car. Even at sort of modest RPM, as soon as that turbo kicks in, you just feel it right through the steering wheel, it starts to pull away. Compared to something like the new Volkswagen GTI, which is much more civilized and is, while slightly less powerful, it's another front-wheel drive layout. Our other issue, I felt that the often downshifting from fifth to fourth, sometimes you just hit the gate and you don't actually go into gear. So the gearbox, you know, maybe needs a little bit of work. It's still normally very good, nice short throws, but anything can be improved a little bit. Finally, our big issue is with the tech package, which is about $1,800. It comes with this ridiculously small nav screen, which is really just pointless, and you can't see anything on it. And otherwise, that tech package you have to get the push-button ignition and the easy access entry, which is a great feature we love. We love to be able to keep our key in our pockets, just walk over, open the doors, start the car up, but that should be offered as a standalone item. As you can see, we just came in from the rain. We also love the fact that it comes with a limited slip differential. God bless. That was pretty good until I said tech. I just want to say Type R. It'd just be crazy. Dude is like clutching us. I'm so worried about this. I'm tripping in it. All right, sorry, one more time.